guys, welcome to my first video. Basically in this video we'll go through how to level and increase ground height in Valheim. Basically there are various ways to do it quickly and to not use a lot of stone. So basically when you have something like this and you want to keep the height up here, then you are able to either click here and increase the height by one more and always just use 4 stone. Whereas if you want to keep that height, for example, then we can stand down here. You click right below the top edge here. You go down a little bit and then you click out. So basically you can play around with this yourself. And then if you want to decrease the height, you can click a little bit lower and then it should be decreasing the height a tiny bit. Like so. There we go. So now the next point that you will ask is, okay, well great, I got all this land set up here. Now I need to level this. So we pick the leveling tool. And there's some ideas for this as well. So for example, it's always going to take the reference point of where you're standing. So if you're standing at a higher point, then you can see the bar in the middle, which is going upwards right now. Which means that if I click here, it's going to increase the height of the land. Now, if you're trying to increase it too high compared to where the land is, so for example, if I just lower this real fast, 2 points, then basically what will happen is that if I try to level this, it won't do it. It will do part of it, but then it reaches a max height. You see, I cannot level this any higher. So the only thing you can do here is then increase the height again, and then go for the level. And the same thing goes if you wanted to go the other direction. For example, if I stand down here, which is decreasing the height, obviously, then there's a max limit to how low I can level the terrain. So you see it's very uneven right now. And the only way you're going to get this level is either increase the height of these divots or basically knock this down. So knock this down slightly, like so. So let's level this area completely. Go back to our leveling tool. So we are starting to have a more level situation here. If we just knock this piece down here, we want to be perfect, like so. And let's level. So you see it's starting to be leveled. So basically if I wanted to do the rest as well, also this little piece here, and there we go. Now let's say I wanted a nice ramp that went up this direction here. You're running around with your leveling tool, you're trying to do something like this, but it's still very uneven in certain spots. And it keeps doing this sort of thing. So what you can do to avoid this is that if you hold shift, then basically it'll always pick the reference point of where the level of the soil is. So if I don't hold shift, then you see it's trying to level to the point I'm standing on. Whereas if I just move like this and I hold shift, you see it brings it down. And basically what this does is it levels that one spot evenly. So if I wanted to make sure that this was going to be level all the way up, I could go like this, a couple of levels, and I'm slowly building a ramp. And that's good for carts and so on and so forth. You know, instead of having something that's really uneven, it's a nightmare to try and run a cart up something that's really, really uphill. Anyway, thanks for watching my first video, and I hope to see you in the next one.